SOLIDWORKS Electrical is great for creating the documentation for your PLCs, but it is not software for programming your PLCs. You will be using your proprietary software from your vendor who you purchased a PLC from to achieve this operation. For example, if you're using Automation Direct PLCs, you would use their Click software. And if you're using Allen Bradley, you might be using the RS Logix type software. But you can get information from the programming software into SOLIDWORKS Electrical. There may be mnemonic addresses or descriptive information that can be applied to the schematics so it's fully documented. So if we look at our PLC here and go to our Project tab, here's PLC 1, and you notice everything with a mnemonic we can work with. You could actually apply in the input and output window description information. It can be dependent upon the function of the object as well. So let's go into function 1, the main function of the PLC, which is the default, and select the objects that we want to work with. Now by default, we can only edit one description at a time. So if I click in the description field, here I can enter in motor, and then leave the windows here, and notice what's on our symbol. We actually have an attribute showing up with that description. It's great because you have one place to type something in, and when you create reports, drawings, or if you use this PLC somewhere else, all that information will be here already. Now there is a more bulk fashion of doing this. We can use this input and output window directly to get to the function list, and we can go to Data Grid instead by selecting all 4 rows and hitting Data Grid. Now here we can go in and edit the description of all 4, or paste it from a spreadsheet that may have been exported from our PLC programming software. So let's say this is my export from my PLC programming software of all the descriptive information. We could even have columns for the address information, or any other column that makes sense to bring into the schematic. So let's do a Control-C to copy that into the clipboard, one column at a time, and paste with a Control-V into our data grid. So you do this for every row that makes sense. Once you close out of these windows, you will notice that they will appear on the schematic instantaneously. A really big time saver and reduction of error provider.